Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gents. We are Oriole Resources. We're a junior explorer, early stage, one of the groups that was talked about yesterday morning in the opening session that is woefully underfunded by the majors, but looking for some interesting new targets and to fill up the pipeline as we go forward in our operations in West and Central Africa. The company is focused in Cameroon and Senegal. We have a joint venture in Senegal with IAMGOLD. They're earning in to the tune of 8 million on our Dalafin license. And we are focused on a couple of licenses that we're progressing ourselves in Cameroon. And we have a rather spectacular license package in application in Cameroon as well. We also have some existing assets, legacy assets from our previous parent company, Stratex International, and we're realizing value from those, mainly royalties in Turkey. We've got a new board and a new management team as of September last year. It's a bit of a turnaround story. A couple of names you probably recognise. John McGloin, our chairman, and David Pelham, our non-exec. Bob Smeaton, the CFO, and myself came in last year, and we've been focused with the board and with Claire Bay, who's our VP Exploration and Business Development, in really cleaning up the company and putting it into a much better state to take it forward through the projects we have in hand. So Cameroon, which is our main focus, these are, we've got a couple of licenses which I was involved with when I was with Reservoir Minerals as the COO. Two gold targets up in the north of Cameroon. Cameroon's been woefully underexplored in the last 20 years. They're about 20 years behind Senegal and Mali with respect to investment in exploration and targeting. Central Cameroonian shear zone and the splays off it show excellent prospectivity, but for various reasons, people are being kept at bay. This Pan-African fold belt is prospective for many different minerals. We've got bauxite, we've got nickel, we've got rutile, we've got iron ore, there's even diamonds in Cameroon. But predominantly, our focus is gold. Predominantly, we have a large amount of gold on the east side in alluvials, being currently mined by local artisanals, small-scale miners, Korean and Chinese operators. But in the north and in the central Cameroon where we're operating, basically there's nobody there, there's no competition. We're the only AIM-listed junior explorer actively doing gold exploration in Cameroon. In fact, as far as we're aware, we're the only group doing active gold exploration for the last 12 months in Cameroon. So the Cameroonian government has taken a loan from the World Bank, and they're trying to mirror what Senegal and Mali have done in the past. They've got BRGM and GTK, they've got a new mining law, they've new prospectivity mapping, new geology, new geochemistry, new geophysics, and that phase one is done. Phase two has just started now with the mapping of the border areas in the south and the east. But basically Cameroon is putting itself back into the market as an investment destination for exploration and mining. And Oriole Resources is well placed to benefit from that as a first mover. And we have the opportunity to get in with large land packages. We have the licenses in the north, Bibemi and Wapuzi. Bibemi, we put a big trenching program in last year. Best results, 9 meters at 3.14 grams. We've got over 20 kilometers of strike anomalism gold at Bibemi. We're working this up in the central area. This is only a short 4 or 5K stretch in the middle, the higher grades that we're focusing on. We're working this up for drill targets early in 2020. We've got people on the ground out there right now following up on the mapping and the trenching that was done in the last dry season. The drill plan is quite simple. We were trenching. There's no lateritic cover here, so you get into fresh rock very quickly, and you can pick up the structures very, very quickly. It's like mapping in an underground advanced drive. You can pick up the dip, the strike, the orientations. And so we have a very simple drill program planned to come in with scissor holes and follow on that mineralization we're seeing on surface, take it down, give it a vertical context. Lots of opportunity here at Bibemi, focused on the middle 6Ks of a 20K long system. In the north, we're doing a little bit of mapping. We've got two zones, Zone 1 and Zone 2, that appear to be coming together as we move to the north. Now, this could be a structural jog. It could be a very tightly compressed fold. We're not quite sure yet. We've got guys on the ground mapping that right now. At Wapuzi, which is slightly behind in the exploration, we did an extensive soil sampling program last year. Reservoir Minerals had identified gold on the Wapuzi license, but it was in just basic stream set sampling at the time. We went in and did a 400 by 1 and then a 200 by 100 soil programs. Again, we've identified 13 kilometers of anomalous gold. We've got multiple systems subparallel to each other. We're also picking up flat-lying veins that are also carrying gold. So this is between the two. These two licenses are only 20 kilometers apart, part of the same major system, same major structure. We're looking at a significant amount of high-grade gold in this area. The question is going to be, does it hang together in the volumes required for something that will be a mineable resource? The new license package I talked about, the system in Cameroon has just gone digital. There's a website, there's a cadastre system online. This moves you away from the whole issue of any transparency concerns or corruption concerns, part of the GTK effort to develop the capacity in the mining industry over there in Cameroon. You can have 5 licenses per company, maximum 500 square k's each. These 8 licenses, 5 under Oriole Cameroon, 3 under our existing partnership. These applications are live on the cadastre site. We just heard last week, Eramet, French minerals company, has gone in. They went in the summer. They've just had their licenses granted last week, over 7,000 square k's. Our licenses were submitted in September. We're expecting those to be granted by the end of this year. They're logged in the system. They're on the cadastre if you want to have a look at them. Now, interestingly, the pre-CASIM, the work that's been done by BRGM, has identified stream sediment sampling and reconnaissance work on each one of these licenses. So our structural interpretation, our geological interpretation, our targeting for this has already been proven by the data that's been released by BRGM in September this year. In Senegal, we have an extensive license, 470 square k's, right in the middle of the KK inlier, surrounded by our neighbours IAMGOLD, but primarily IAMGOLD. We are contiguous with IAMGOLD's licensing for the Boto project. IAMGOLD came in as a JV partner at the beginning of last year, just as I was joining the company. They're spending $8 million over 6 years earning on this license. We have 5 targets on the Dalafin license, previously drilled by Stratex. The 2 southernmost, Ceridia and Medina Barfe, are obviously of the most interest to IAMGOLD because they're within truckable distance of Boto. Boto mine license is due for publication by the end of this year. That was confirmed by IAMGOLD in their quarterly call a couple of weeks ago. The next step for them is obviously a development decision, and this is a low capex mine, under 300 million capex. They've got 600 million in the bank at the moment. It's a low OPEX mine, 750 all-in sustaining. So this would be a potential target for additional resources from our license. Plus we have the Fare target in the north, about 50 k's away, which is a completely separate system and could potentially be another standalone mine. So IAMGOLD are mobilising as we speak. They've got the continuation of the programme after the wet season going ahead there. We have basically the 3 strings to our bow. We have the joint venture in Senegal, free carried by IAMGOLD. We have Cameroon, our main focus for exploration, developing new frontiers, new targets, importantly, district scale targets. We've got 3,500 square kilometres on that package of 8 licenses on a proven gold anomalism in, quite frankly, a spectacularly prospective area. And then we have legacy assets which we can realise value from. Primarily Turkish assets. We have 3 royalties in Turkey. We announced another one of them today, converting to a royalty, 1.2%. We have a broad shareholder base. Some new shareholders coming in this year. We had a 10% pickup by 2 individuals in the last few months, recognising the underlying value of the company. Thank you very much.